Hi everyone, this is Elena, and I'm back again today with another Concord and 9th fill-in series bundle. I'm using the stencils again and the fill-in paper, the floral fill-in paper along with the fill-in phrases stamp set. So this time I'm using different pattern from the paper that has just the flowers in the corners. And I'll be using some pigment ink from Amuse Studio, Avery L, and Mama Elephant. And I'm just using my fingers to apply that ink onto the stencils that's secured in my Misty. So I'll be using I'll be blending the colors just using my fingers. And this ink is very easily removable from your uh, surface, like your fingers, with wipe or just with water, because it's pigment ink. It doesn't soak into the paper or into your skin, so it's very easy to remove and it stays on the surface. It stays wet longer, so it's easier to blend. So I'm just adding a few shades of yellow. I'm using Buttercup from Amuse Studio and Buttercup from Mama Elephant, and then Orange Soda. I think that was the color from Avery L. I'm just blending all those together. So now I'm removing my stencil, and I'm gonna heat set that so I will be able to apply the second layer on top. So I'm just putting the paper again in my Misty, and then I'm layering, kind of securing the second layer of the stencil with the magnet and the Misty Creative Corner, and then I'm applying the darkest ink. I think it was Orange Soda. So, and it's from Avery L. So I'm done with that, and here is my finish. So you notice that I didn't apply any ink onto the flowers in the corner. I'm just removing a little bit straight in there, and I'm sorry that you just saw my head there. So next I'll just trim that 6x6 paper. So you see that I kind of trimmed off that the piece that wasn't stenciled on. So that was the purpose. That's why I didn't apply color ink on that side of the paper. Next I'm using from Fill-in Phrases stamp set, Good Vibes, not wipes, but Good Vibes Sentiment. And I'm just inking it with some VersaFine Onyx Black ink twice. And then I'll add some clear embossing powder and heat set that. So before you add the sentiment, make sure that your stenciled parts are dried nicely so the embossing powder doesn't stick onto the stenciling. Next, I'm using Prismacolor pencils, the orange one, to add some dimensions, to add a little bit details. And make sure you do this after the ink had dried, otherwise the pencil won't really stick in because it's kind of wet and sleek surface, so you can really color when it's still wet. So I'm just adding that, and now I'm almost done here. I'm just scoring my card base. I'm using basic black from Stampin' Up! For my card base, and then I'll be using some fun foam again. I'm using black fun foam because my card base is black, so it kind of blends in. It doesn't really stand up a lot when it's black underneath instead of compared to white. So I'm just adding some fast fuse or Tombow extreme adhesive onto the back of my front panel. Then I'm adhering the fun foam, and then I'll add more adhesive onto my card base. It's really hard to add this adhesive onto the fan foam, that's why I'm adding it on the cardstock and then adhering the fan foam on top. So I'm just positioning this layer on my card base. So making sure it's straight. So that wasn't straight enough for me. So I'm going back again. And then when I'm sure that it's good position, then I'll kind of press on top so that it's adheres nicely. Next I'll add just finishing touches. I'm using some sequins. Those are Hero Arts Ombre sequins. and I'm just positioning them where I want them to be, kind of scattering them around. And I'm using my tweezers to kind of move them around. So next I'm using some Ranger Multi-Matte Medium to adhere them, and then to add the last finishing touch, I'm using Nuvo Crystal Drops, the Bonnie Black, to add little black dots in the middle of all the sequins. So after you're done here, you're gonna just let your card dry. Actually, the Nuvo drops to dry so you don't smear them. And you're pretty much finished. So here's the final card. Thanks for watching and see you soon in another video. Bye!